Eric Christian Olsen.
I'd like to just get this out of the way from the start. I love children.
Yes!
I like the dogs that are alive.
You like alive dogs.
And I'm not funny.
Okay.
Those three things, that's how we're gonna start this off.
You know what? You are the most relaxed-looking guest I've had in a while. Doesn't you look like the most relaxed, chill guy in the world?
That means that I should have worn a suit.
No, no. It's a compliment. You look fantastic.
Thank you
look
very
good.
much. You're
yeah.
very kind.
So much to talk about. You've been playing a law enforcement agent now for 7 years.
Yeah.
And all day long on these shows, you have to get there early in the morning, put on the makeup, get the prop gun, and then all day long, you're playing a law enforcement agent. Do you ever feel like a cop after all this time? Do you ever feel to yourself like, hey, because I remembered once, I only bring it up because once I was dressed as a cop for some bit we were doing, and literally, they put on the suit, and for 5 minutes, I wandered away from the set and started to, like, tell people to move it along.
Yes.
And
it gives you that power.
Yeah, did you ever have that?
No, because that would be delusional. What was great about you'd be Tom Cruise. No, I think that you know, we've done 195 episodes or something insane, which is like 15,000 hours of playing a cop. And what's crazy about this is you go to work and they give you a real gun, and they give you an M9 or some like massive machine gun, and some explosion happens or something crazy happens, and then they all action, and you run towards it.
Right.
So instinctually, when something goes wrong, you find yourself just being the guy that runs towards the action. And I actually have a terrible story where that happened in real life. And I'm driving on the 10 freeway. I'm in the far left lane, and this black windowless van blows by me on the corner in the side lane, and hits the Porsche in front of me, knocking off their mirror. I can hear the woman scream from my car. I immediately jump on the phone. I call 911. They say, 911, what's your emergency? And I said, this is this black windowless van traveling eastbound on the 10 freeway, license plate Tango Charlie 371. And the woman goes, okay, where are you right now? I said, well, I'm on the 10, we are now crossing under the 405 under pursuit. And she goes, what? And I go, what? And she goes, what? And she goes, sir, I'm sorry, sir, did you just say pursuit? And I said, no. And she goes, sir, are you following the vehicle? And I was like, no, I'm not following the vehicle. Sir, do not follow the vehicle. We've called officers, do not follow the vehicle. And then in front of me, it's like a Michael Bay movie. Like I see the windowless van hit the center divider. It careens to the right. A Porsche launches into the air. A Volvo spins to the right. I go to the far right lane and fire up to the end, and now this van that's gone across all this traffic that's stopped, it's like a 5-car pileup, and it's teetering on the side, and as soon as I pull up, the guy jumps out of the van, and he rips his shirt off, and he runs across now 4 lanes of stopped traffic, jumps the center divider, there's now traffic going at full speed, going westbound on the 10, and he starts screaming, there's been an accident! There's been an accident! And I realize in this moment, like, there's somebody in the back of this van. Because I've done 195 episodes, there's a kidnapped person in the back of the van. So I jump out of my car, and I run to the front of the van, and I go, hello, is anyone in there? And there's no response.
Right.
Which means one thing, that they've been handcuffed and bound and taped. And so I go around to the back of the van, and the windows have all been blacked out, and so I'm staying low. So if this is the back of the van, I'm staying low, so when the shotgun shoots out the back windows, it doesn't hit me. And I'm going like this, and I'm about to breach the van, because I've done, like, you know, 55 tactical breaches on the TV show that's fake. And I'm about to go into the vehicle, I'm leaning through like this, and I look down, and I'm holding my finger. So now, all the people have come out of their cars and they're watching this spectacle in front of them, which is this crazy man without a shirt on meth trying to stop cars, and then that idiot kid on NCIS who's about to breach a van with his finger. But that didn't stop me.
No.
In that moment, I go like, yeah, no, I have to. She's back there, and she's probably bleeding. And so I swing it open, and of course, there's nothing there. But
no
anybody, there for sure, somebody has a picture of me as an idiot on the 10 freeway. But that just, you know, when you do this many hours, you get excited. You get excited, and you think that you're this guy, and it's.
And you also, I think you would be a very good cop. I think that's what we're learning. You know, if you.
Yeah, like if you look at LAPD, they don't. I look homeless. I mean, I look like a homeless surfer.
Now you do have 2 young kids, is that right?
I do. I do have a son. It's 3.5. and a beautiful daughter that's 8 months.
You're starting to look into schools then.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a thing like in New York and then really out here in LA. That's a whole thing, is schools.
Yeah, when I grew up in Iowa, and you went to school where your school was. It was just like, here you go, and then you take your little lunch, and you sit in there, and that's it.
Yep.
And in Los Angeles, it's like a huge to-do. So I remember when we started doing the research, and you're like, well, I want these kids to have the best. So we're going to go look at a bunch of different preschools. And I was, Wyatt was 2, and I was potty training him, and it was the big drought in California. And so I was teaching him to go on pee adventures, where he would say, Dad, I have to pee, and we'd go outside, and we'd pee in the bushes, because that saves the environment, right? We're saving water,
yeah.
And it gets him excited about peeing, not in a diaper, and it's fantastic. So we go to this really beautiful preschool, and it looks like a Restoration Hardware had decorated the whole place. And the woman that's like running the school has got like that wonderful indiscriminate accent from someplace near England. She's like, hello, how are you? How is Wyatt? And so I'm talking with her, and I see my son running around inside this beautiful, like, cathedral-looking preschool. And he goes over towards a plant, and I'm watching him like, oh, God. And then he starts to pull his pants down. I'm like, oh, no, he's going to pee in the preschool. But he doesn't just pull his pants down enough to get, like, his pee-pee out. He pulls them all the way down. So my son is sitting there, like, buck naked, little white legs and little white butt, and he's peeing in the plant. But he has to lean back.
And he's come for his interview this is an interview for school.
Yes, and the woman I'm talking to has like $100,000 in jewelry, and she's talking to me about the school and its, its philosophy on education. And my son is there peeing in the middle of this potted plant. And I'm just like trying to keep her attention. I'm just like asking questions and trying to get him to finish, but he's over there taking his time, and he's like hitting his pee-pee on the plant. And I'm like, just wrap it up. And finally he pulls his pants up, and I'm just like, oh God, we made it, we're fine. And then he comes wandering back over, and I was like, oh, and this is my son, this is Wyatt. And he's like, Dad, I just peed in the indoor tree.
Okay.
Needless to say,
it didn't work out.
We're not going to that.
Not going to that school.
Not happening for us.
Now, this is the finale this Sunday of this season. Are you still having fun on the show? It sounds like you are.
Yeah, I mean, I get to go to work with LL Cool J.
Yeah.
And Chris O'Donnell, and thank you for that, Chris. Chris is in the audience, yelling for himself. I came out from Iowa, like, I was the guy in my basement with, like, my pant leg rolled up, listening to LL Cool J, like, and there's so many people you meet, when you're an actor, and you're like, I had such ideas of who I wanted you to be.
Right.
And they never live up to the expectations, and LL's been like, like a big brother, and he's been awesome. So
yeah, he's an amazingly nice guy.
He is an amazingly nice guy, and he's a professional, and he's a good dad, and it's really fun to work with those guys on a regular basis, because it's, everyone sees the ups and downs of the business, and both these guys have a really strong perspective on how kind of lucky we are to be able to do
this.
Yeah. And it really is such a blessing, and I think people lose sight of that, and I think that we've got a handle on it.
Wow. You won this crowd over again. You like kids, and you're grateful. We finally found a grateful actor in L.A. The season finale of NCIS Los Angeles will air Sunday night at 8 on CBS. Eric Christian Olsen, really fun talking to you.
Thanks
for
so
being
much.
here. Yeah. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. LP is here. Stick around.